הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom and good Yontiv. We hope that you are enjoying your first evening of Pesach. Either you've already had your Seder or you're about to have your Seder, but it's wonderful for Cantor and I to be with you on this evening, even if it is a videotape. Shabbat Shalom. Behold how good and how pleasant it is that we are together. And even though this is a video recording of Cantor and I, we truly are with you in your home on this beautiful Shabbat and Pesach evening. We continue now the lighting of our Shabbat and Yom Tov candles. Please get out your candles and join with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov.
We continue on page 138 with Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabla, Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabla, let Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom umevorach, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom umevorach. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabla, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, פני שבת, נקבלה, שבת שלום, שבת שלום, שבת שלום ומבורך, שבת שלום, שבת שלום, שבת שלום ומבורך.
We continue with our call to worship Baruch Hu on page 146. Please rise if you are able, either physically or in spirit.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
We continue with Ma'ariv Arvim on page 148. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach she'arim, u'vitvuna meshane yitim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakir kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom mevi layla, u'mavdil ben yom u'ven layla, Adonai Tzavaot Shemo, Elachai v'kayam tamid imlo chalenu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim.
Amen.
Page 150, 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. I invite us to take a deep breath in as we turn to page 152, 153. And exhale loud.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We join together. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day, and press them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand. Let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. The next prayer we do in our liturgy is Mi Chamocha, and I can't think of a more important prayer on this Shabbat and on this first Seder of Pesach. Because in the end, what Pesach reminds all of us is that none of us are free until every human being on this planet is free. And there are so many that are imprisoned, not just in San Jose, but throughout our world. And so when we come to Mi Chamocha, I think Kendra's going to do a special version because it is Seder tonight. So I'll let you guess what tune you may know this tune from. Name that tune, exactly. As we continue this very special Mi Chamocha. But I want each of us to really imbibe, really feel that sense of freedom and know that this coming year, we hope 1 year from now, we could say we truly are all free now. We have a lot of work between then, now, and then, but we can do it. Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Malchutecha rovanecha, bukei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam. Ze'eli, ze'eli, anu ve'amiru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed.
We continue with Hashkivenu on page 160, 161.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom,
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim, v'hamidenu shomreinu.
We continue now with the central portion of our worship with our tefillah on pages 164, 166, and 168. Please rise if you're able, either physically or in spirit.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Page 171. Days pass and the years vanish. We walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Blessed is the Eternal One, the Holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 175. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, and our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha be'ira na'avod. Page 177. Modim anachnu lach, God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulecha na'eh lehodot.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom.
I invite us now to take a deep breath in, exhaling out. Another deep cleansing breath in, and exhaling out again. As we now take this opportunity to reflect on that makor shalom, that source of peace that lies within each one of us, as we pause now in the sanctity of silent reflection. We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. On this Shabbat, we think of Salary Melendez, Chana Bat Miriam, Eliana Bat Chana, Bob Bell, Robert Berg, Dr. Arnold Berliner, Sandy Beinstock, the Blitchock family, Barry Brown, Rich Burns, Dr. Ed Kahn, Chu Chi, Talia Sorowski, Jay Cohen, Sandra Cohen, Deanna Courtwright, Bunny Fisher, Carolyn Franklin, Holly Fugit, Marcia Geezer, Marina Gaffney, Sharon Jenkin, Harry Glaze, Charlene Griffin, Ted Guglin, Olivia Hand, Linda Harris, Dr. Gary Height, Jesse Jessen, Jennifer Johnson, Mimi Jones, Rosie Gurman, Janie Kalp, Melissa Katz, Evelyn Katz McCosker, Mark Kusanovich, Deborah Lanning, Shirley Lerner, Carol Lesage, Lior Batginia, Lita Leos, Bobby Lotman, Austin Lucero, Janice Lucero, Gerald Maddox, Ariana Madison, Harlan Madison, Vivian Cooper Moore, Gunther Myberg, Brad Parkins, Gabrielle Pollock, Stephanie Rasmussen, Linda Rogers, Gordon Robinson, Laura Danoff Robinson, Devon Ross, Harriet Saltzman, Gary Sanders, Laura Sanders, Malachi Sorensen, Donna Shine, Eileen Sweet, Donna Thyman, Pham Tai Trang, Gina Thrower, Kara Thayer, Steve Umeki, Teresa Walsh, Jeannie Watson, Marty Weisberg, Nancy Weisenfeld, Sue Witten, Sherman Wong, Yaakov Ben Ada, Brandon Yarkin, Madison Zales, and everyone who is suffering from coronavirus.
מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו, may the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu b'kor habracha bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We now continue with our announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Steve Crandell, and on behalf of the Temple Emanu-El Board of Trustees, I'm pleased to welcome you to our streaming Erev Passover Shabbat service, led by Rabbi Dana Magat and Cantor Leah Shafritz. We hope you enjoy your lovely first night's Seder tonight. Tomorrow morning, it's not too late to join our Shabbat in nature at Calero Reservoir at 9:30 a.m. please register online to get the exact location of our walk. Yom HaShoah, Israel's Holocaust Memorial Day, is coming up this month. Silicon Valley Hillel brings us the exhibit Beyond Duty, focusing on the role of righteous Gentiles in saving Jews during the war. It's on display from April 4th to April 29th at the MLK Library at San Jose State. The Silicon Valley Holocaust Remembrance Association brings us Chaim, a Holocaust Learning Center, an exhibit which is on display at Congregation Beth David from April 20th to May 15th. With the surge of intolerance all around us, this is also an opportunity to bring in people who might need to gain some perspective about the Holocaust and intolerance in general. Information on how to set up a tour is on our website. The Silicon Valley Community Yom HaShoah service will also take place at Beth David on April 27th at 7 p.m. Zigzag's new program, the Nonfiction Book Club, will be meeting for the first time on April 24th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. Its first read is the memoir The Choice by Edith Edgar. And looking forward to May, Temple Emanu-El will be participating along with the entire Silicon Valley Jewish community in the Yom HaAtzmaut celebration at the Levy Community Campus on Yom HaAtzmaut, May 5th. Let's celebrate Israel's 74th year of independence together. Shabbat Shalom and Pesach Sameach.
We continue with Olenu on page 586. Please rise if you're able, either physically or in spirit. 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We now think of the following yahrzeits on this Shabbat, Erev Pesach. As we think of those that are grieving the Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning for Esther Burton, Bernie Levine. We also think of those that are grieving the Shana, the first-year mourning for James Atlas, Michael Barco, Henry Barsky, Brenda Bausch, David Berg, Carol Bitter, Denise Blue, Hy Birdman, Phyllis Birdman, Richard Berriesi, Curtis Cage, Mary Cage, Ruth Kahn, Alexander Cunningham, Norman Deshotsky, Rhoda Edwards, Carol Everett, Mervyn Feinstein, Alan Garshon, Lubov Katsis, Richard Gersten, Charles Green, Cirillo Guerra, Estella Guerra, Phil Hammer, Judy Fisher-Harrington, Laura Jacobson, Deborah Katzman, Miriam Mickey Brizant-Looper, Michael Meltzer, Barry Miller, Roberta Stivelman-Newman, Gladys Popolo, Richard Peterson, Len Pomerantz, Colin Powell, Arlene Ravel, Corinne Ravel-Retchen, Stanley Rosen, Betty Rossman, Joe Russo, Jane Sargent, Rosalind Schwartz, Arnold Schaffritz, William Shepard, Marilyn Siller, Jerry Turchin, Reuben Morgan, Rabbi Marty S. Wiener, Millie Wolfson, Lucy Young, Laura Ziffer. We also think of the following yahrzeits that we observe on this Shabbat and Yom as we think of Milton Adler, Selma Benson, Samuel Blickman, Carol Cherkasky, Alvin Clark, Ruth Clark, Rosie Decker, Gail Doors, Esther Everett Albring, Leonard Fisher, Maurice Goldberg, Harry M. Goldstein, Yetta Goldstein, Herman Goldstein, Simone Goldstein, Edward Green, Hannah Hoffman, Ralph Jacobson, Paul Jaffe, Kate Konitz, Kevin Krieger, Jerry Crystal, Arnold Lasky, Melvin Lasky, Dr. Felix Lenneman, Hal Lesser, Rose Levine, Irving S. Levy, Halcyon Lieberman, Leo Lieberman, Marcia Lilly, Rose Litoff, Abe Litoff, Viola Loventhal, Maurice Malin, Linda Myers-Martin, Susie McRoberts, Rose Leifer Merrilman, Mildred Mizrahi, Dorothy Nadell, Simon Panikoff, Mickey Perez, Albert Pollock, Alan Richards, Coleman Lewis Rosen, Charles Rubin, Jessica Savin, Heinrich Schachter, Maurice Schutt, Abe Siegel, Esther F. Shapiro, I. Stanley Silverman, Harry Stivelman, Yetta Stivelman, Stephanie Sucher, Doris Douglas Vincent, David Wallach, Loretta Wasserman, Ben Weiss. Zichron Livracha, may all their memories endure as a blessing. We continue on page 598 as we join together in Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, ve'alma divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei dechol be'Yisrael, ba'agalav uzman kariv imru, Amen. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו, לעולם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. We conclude our Passover Shabbat service with Dayenu, of course.
Ilu hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, dayenu, 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 dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et Torah, natan lanu et Torah, dayenu, 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 dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et Shabbat, natan lanu et Shabbat, dayenu, 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 dayenu.
Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, everyone.
We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at our second night Seder. And of course, tomorrow morning we have our first Shabbat in Nature on Pesach. We are very excited about that. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Shabbat Shalom.